Will you have to file a lawsuit for your Illinois car accident case? Hi, I'm Josh Rorscheib. I'm a personal injury lawyer in Central Illinois. When clients come in and they've been involved in a car accident, a lot of them want to know if they're going to have to file a lawsuit. A lot of folks in the Midwest aren't very comfortable being involved in a lawsuit. They don't want to have to sue anybody, but they also want to be treated fairly and they want to have fair compensation for their injuries. They want to make sure the medical bills get paid. They want to be treated appropriately for their pain and suffering. So, how does this usually play out? Well, I can tell you in the aggregate, we're able to settle most of our car accident cases before we file a lawsuit. I'd say 60-70% of our cases we're able to get settled pre-suit. I'll speak to kind of why that is and then some of the factors that may make it more likely that a case would be involved in litigation. So what we typically do with an auto accident case, we try to present the strongest case possible we can to the insurance carrier when we submit our demand letter. So we send a demand letter with a supporting package of materials. We try to make that very well organized, try to show the insurance company that we're ready to put the case into litigation if they won't make you a fair offer. We try to document all of your damages as well as we can with photographs, a well-written demand letter that has a great summary of all the different types of damages you've had, supporting documents everywhere it's possible for things like wage loss. If you've had disfigurement, we try to get really good photographs. We basically try to project as much strength as we possibly can in sending the demand letter. So the insurance company has all of the information they would need to be able to make you a fair offer if they're going to do so. That doesn't always work because of a lot of factors. One big factor that makes a difference in whether or not you might have to file litigation to get justice in your case is the insurance company of the at-fault driver. Now, we cannot pick the drivers that hit us or who their insurance companies might be. You can pick your own insurance coverage, and it's a good idea to have a good quality insurance company insuring you because that's something you can control. And if you're hit by an uninsured driver or an underinsured driver, you may be dealing with your own insurance company to try to resolve your case. But in cases where you're hit by someone with a very poor quality insurance company or an insurance company that just doesn't pay claims fairly, you're a lot more likely to have to file a lawsuit to get them to deal with you fairly. Another factor that's important is just how strong of a case you have on liability. And in a case where there's a strong argument that maybe you're at fault, or there's a question about how much of the fault was yours and how much was the at-fault driver's, the insurance company just may not see it the same way we do. Other factors can include the nature of your treatment. So in cases where our clients have a long delay in treatment, a lot of insurance companies aren't willing to make a fair payment for that at the pre-suit process in handling a claim. There are a number of other factors too. Every case is different. I think an experienced personal injury lawyer can take a look at all of the facts and circumstances of your case, the insurance companies involved, look at their own track record of getting cases settled with that insurance company, and give you a pretty good idea of how likely that lawyer is going to be able to get your case worked out without filing a lawsuit. Now, one thing I want to mention that's really important, if you are just deeply uncomfortable with the idea of ever suing anyone, you should know that at the beginning of your case, it's just handled as an insurance claim. So we are trying to negotiate with an insurance company to get them to pay you money. At the point where we try to settle a case and try to negotiate a settlement for you, if it's your decision, it's the client's decision whether or not they want to accept that settlement offer. If the client does not want to settle the case, or if you do not want to take that settlement offer, then it's your decision whether or not to put the case into litigation. It's always the client's decision if they want to file a lawsuit or not. Now, in some cases, through no fault of your own, even if you're someone who's pretty uncomfortable with filing a lawsuit, it may be necessary because it may be the only way to get your medical bills paid. It may be the only way to cover your wage loss. It may be the only way to make sure you're treated at all fairly with some of these insurance companies. And as a lawyer, our job is to try to advise you of that, to try to achieve your goals, but it's ultimately your decision whether or not you ever want to file a lawsuit. So you should never have to file a lawsuit in a personal injury case. There may be a need to, but it's, again, always your decision. Well, hey, I hope this information is helpful. If you have any other questions about car accident claims in Illinois, please don't hesitate to reach out. And thank you for taking the time to watch this video.